Good Monday morning. Hope nobody blew away in the storm last night. I know we've got about 50 agents, close to 50 agents, up in the Rose Garden this morning getting motivated. So hope everybody's having a great time up there. I wanted to welcome Frank Gast. Frank is a new agent to our Corvallis office. Frank just recently moved over last week, and we're thrilled to have you there. Frank, welcome. Hope you're getting all settled in. I was at the convention last week, as were 23 of our agents. We had a great time, as you're going to be able to see on our company Facebook page pretty quick. Some videos with, I almost said horseback riding, bull riding. Yes, bull riding, lots of stuff that happened. Great time at the convention. A couple work-related things at the convention. Really, probably the best way to talk about this convention, it ended up being a social media and mobile technology convention. Most of the classes had to do with social media, but a social media the way we don't think of it now, not just Facebook or Twitter or whatever, but a whole different approach. There was an excellent speaker on Tuesday morning there. We videoed his talk that he gave, and we're actually going to be showing it at upcoming office meetings. The Eugene meeting in April will be that video. We'll be, of course, sending out reminders. We've already got a speaker lined up for Albany Corvallis later this month, so the next month we'll have that video. A great paradigm shift, I know, for me and every agent that was there that I talked to about how to use social media to mine your database, make connections, not just go on to say, you know, I had cereal for breakfast this morning, but it's a really good paradigm shift. So that will be an excellent video to come watch. We'll make sure to remind everybody about that. The other thing that was very much drilled into our head, if you will, it's a generational thing. They were talking about how, you know, in the 80s and 90s, people used magazines and books to find properties and that type of thing, which obviously has gone by the wayside. And then in the late 90s, 2000, web pages. Obviously, everybody goes to the web for everything. Well, they were talking about now that we're at 2011, that really web pages, they're not obsolete, but they're kind of old-fashioned because really everybody does all their searching on mobile devices now. Now, obviously not everybody does, but they were talking about having your web pages formatted to mobile device only, which we're already working on our company page being able to go there. Remax is totally redoing Remax.com by this fall to make it more mobile friendly. Not just an app. You won't have to download an app for any of these, but when you actually go to Remax.com or our Integrity homepage once it's redesigned, it knows, the system knows you're dialing in from a smartphone or a handheld, so it automatically formats the website that way. So that way you're not sitting on your handheld scrolling over and trying to make it bigger and that type of thing. So great information on that. Just to kind of illustrate the point, I'll make just a couple brief comments on things that they talked about. 55% of the buyers last year in 2010 were under 30 years old. That isn't first-time home buyers only. 55% of all buyers in the United States were under 30 years old. Well, the people under 30 years old are obviously using these devices just like old-timers like us use now too. So it just re-emphasized how everything's going mobile. The other thing that really struck me, if you watch the Super Bowl, GoDaddy.com. GoDaddy.com is a company that sells URL addresses, internet site addresses. GoDaddy.com ran a commercial during the Super Bowl, and they did a great job, and it was some little quick story. I don't even remember what it was. And it said, to see the ending of this story, go to GoDaddy.com. And so you had to log on to GoDaddy.com to see the ending of the story, and they had millions of people go there. By a ratio of 4 to 1, 4 times as many people went to that GoDaddy website using their mobile device as opposed to even a laptop or a desktop. So that just re-emphasizes the amount of people that are using mobile devices and how everything needs to be formatted to mobile and video. Speaking of video, they talked about a lot of video blogging, which is really nothing more than I'm doing right now. It's things that you could do to your clients. One thing they said, which you'll be thrilled to know, is that you should keep your video blogging to like 3 minutes. So one thing that I've asked Patty to do, it'll be her fault if I go long, is in future videos, it doesn't count this one, this is my last long one, in future videos we're going to keep them at 3.5 minutes or less, which is going to be very hard for me, but I'm going to talk even faster if that's possible. So the other thing I took away from that is we need to get, and we're working on already, getting studios is a bigger word than I want to use, but getting a settee set up in each of our offices so that you could give video blogs like this to your clients once a week, once a month, or whatever that you could email out to your clients. What they recommend is that you do it at your desk or somewhere spontaneous. I always do it with the same background. Some people may not have this background, so we're going to set up in each of our offices a little area so that you would have a backdrop against you so you could do professional looking videos if you want. Although they do caution, don't get them too professional or it looks like you went to a studio and it's staged and it's no fun at all. So lots of fun things coming up on that. Birthdays. Man, we have got birthdays this week. Lorena Tier, who is a general manager of Principal Property Management, her birthday is today on Monday. John Barnett, a lot of you know John. John's my mentor and business coach, although hell of a business coach. I just called him yesterday. He's been in California 2 weeks. I guess that'll teach me to go to Vegas for a week. So John's out there and having a birthday tomorrow. Judy Thomas in Eugene is having a birthday Wednesday. Jennifer Highfill is having a birthday Thursday, which is also St. Patrick's Day. Friday, David Smith in Eugene. Angela Armstrong, who works in Lanny's office in Eugene, her birthday is Sunday. And Melinda Abrish up in Albany's birthday is Sunday. So a ton of birthdays this week. Heather Sprinkle in the Corvallis office has been with us 3 years this week. Deb Bean, an agent in the RE/MAX office. I think she's back from the convention. Thumbs up, Deb. Deb knows what that means. Is back from the convention. Deb's been with us 13 years this week. The talking point of the week to wrap things up is when... Oh, no. It's when you win. Too many wins in there. When you win, nothing hurts. When you win, nothing hurts. However, I'd like to add it's when you lose, that's when your true character shows. So go out there and make it a great week. I hope everybody up in Portland has a good time today, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.